Hi, I'm Al Yeoman, Technology Manager at Biolab. I'm going to talk about why maintaining proper calcium hardness levels in pools and spas is important. Calcium hardness, along with alkalinity and pH, make up the three balance factors in basic care. So to understand why calcium hardness is controlled within specific limits, we need to know what happens when calcium levels are too high or too low. Let's see what happens when calcium hardness is too high. This is a concentrated solution of Balance Pack 300, calcium chloride, which is used to increase calcium hardness. This is a concentrated solution of Balance Pack 200, sodium carbonate, which is used to increase pH. Both of these are clear. But when just a little bit of carbonate solution is added to the calcium solution, the water immediately gets dull, cloudy, and turbid because calcium carbonate is precipitating. This is not only unattractive, the precipitated solids can increase how often the pool needs to be vacuumed and load up the filter, requiring more frequent backwashing. The solids can also settle on and attach directly to surfaces. These surface-attached solids are called scale, which can cause several problems. Scale on some surfaces can make them appear dull and may even make them feel rough. Scale on a heater surface is an insulator that can severely reduce energy efficiency, and scale on some metal surfaces can cause underdeposit corrosion. So what's going on here? Calcium and carbonate ions in solution are surrounded by water. They are attracted to each other because they have opposite charges. Calcium is positively charged and carbonate is negatively charged. This attraction causes individual ions to temporarily get closer together. At low concentrations, these encounters happen and the ions move apart again with no lasting reaction. As the concentration of calcium and carbonate increases, the encounters get more frequent and more ions are involved, so there are now clusters of ions forming more organized three-dimensional structures. If the concentration is not too high, these clusters also disperse and there is no lasting reaction. But if the concentration of calcium and carbonate are high enough, ions are attracted to the outside of the cluster fast enough that they prevent those in the center from dispersing back into the bulk of the solution. As the central ions get closer together, water is squeezed to the outside. As dehydration progresses and these central ions come into direct contact, they form very strong bonds and ally themselves very precisely into crystal lattices, and the mineral calcium carbonate precipitates from solution. The crystal lattice continues to grow as more calcium carbonate ions are attracted to the crystal surface. Increasing calcium hardness, alkalinity, or pH increases the tendency to precipitate calcium carbonate. Increased temperature also increases the tendency to precipitate calcium carbonate, which is why scale often forms on heater surfaces before it is observed on other parts of the system. So maintaining the proper balance of calcium hardness, alkalinity, and pH ensures clear water and scale-free surfaces. But there are also problems when calcium hardness is too low. One of the biggest problems with low calcium hardness is calcium leaching from plaster. Plaster contains calcium-based minerals, so when the calcium hardness level in the water is too low, some of the minerals in the plaster will dissolve, leaving an uneven surface called etching. Another problem associated with low calcium hardness is corrosion of some metals. It is important to maintain the proper calcium hardness as part of water balance management along with alkalinity and pH.